In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create this infographic right here in Google Slides. So if you want to create your own infographic, I'm going to show you with these easy steps. So let me show you first what I've done. When I click on this slide, it will show all the elements to create this infographic. So how do we do this? So first, I've used only 2 shapes to create this infographic and a word art for the text right here. And of course, you can always add your text within these shapes right here. Let's get started. First, we have our blank slide, and we're going to start with our shapes. So again, I mentioned I've only used 2 types of shapes. And the first type of shape would be this shape right here. So if you go to shapes in the menu bar, you will find your round diagonal corner rectangle. If you click on it and click on your slide, it quickly creates that shape. Now we can always adjust it like so by dragging the sides right here and these yellow diamonds to adjust the corners like so. There you have it. And of course, we can always adjust how big or how small it is, again by dragging either the sides or the corners of this shape. So once you've created your shape, we're going to add another one to create the shape that we have right here. So to recreate that, I'm just going to make a copy of this same shape. There you go. And I'm going to position it right here. And what I'm going to do is to format this bottom shape of the same shape at the top, which is our corner diagonal rectangle, into white to blend in with the background. So whatever background you have, you can choose to format it in the same way. If you have a black background, you can format this into black. But if it's white, there you have it. So we create this shape by putting another shape on top to create that effect. Now I'm going to add another shape. This is a different shape to round off our edge right here at the right side. So go back to shape and select oval. There you go. Again, just click on your slide to create that shape. And you can always adjust this. And what I'm going to do is to just zoom in by pressing Ctrl on your keyboard, then scrolling forward with your mouse. There we go. And resize this to fit in right at the edge of our rectangle, like so. Now I'm just going to adjust this to the right so we don't see those lines on the sides. Just a little. There you have it. Cover that up. And once you're done, just select those 2 shapes. We have the top shape, which is our diagonal rectangle, and our oval. So once you have those selected, we're going to format them together by removing our border and selecting the same fill color for both. There you have it. We've created that shape by having this one at the top covering the bottom to create the illusion of this shape. And to finalize this, we will select those 3 shapes and group them together. Grouping them together would make it easier for us to adjust how big, how small we want our infographic to be. There you go. Once you're satisfied with how it looks, we can now just reposition it, then create copies of the same. So copy and paste. There we go. Paste again and again. And there you have it. Now we have 4 copies of the same shape that we just created. Now what I'm going to do is to just reposition it. There we go. And if you want to use the same color, that's totally up to you. But if you don't, then you can just simply select those top shapes and format it or fill it with another color. There you have it. So make sure to select just the oval and the top diagonal rectangle, so that it will only change the color of those shapes and not the one at the bottom that we have covering up our top shape. We also have the numbers that we've added for each of these infographics. So let's go ahead and add that. I've actually just used our word art. So go to Insert, select word art right here, put in your text or your numbers and press enter. Now you can easily reposition that, resize it. That's why I choose to use word art instead of a simple text box, because it's just easier to format compared to a text box. So I'm just going to select the same font style that we used in our example. reposition it like so. There you have it. Format it the same way that you have your shape. And there we have it. Now we can do that with the rest by just simply, again, making a copy of this. You can duplicate that by pressing on Control or Command key on your keyboard, then just dragging the same thing and repositioning it to your desired position. There you have it. Now you can double click on this to edit, press enter, and again, select the same color that you have for your shape. And there you have it. Now to make it easier for you to reposition everything all at the same time, we can again just group all of those elements, the shapes, and the word art together. So select those, go to Arrange, or you can also right click, select Group. There you have it. And there you have it. Now I'm just going to reposition this to its final position. So before we add our animations, you can go ahead and add your text. Go ahead and create your text box. Click on text box here in the toolbar, then create your text box within those shapes. Just put in a simple text right here. Quickly format it. Again, you can format this in any way you want, and I'm just going to copy that and paste it to my other shapes right here. And there you have it. So I'm just going to include that text box with all of my grouped elements so that when I do animate these, they will be animated all together. Again, just press on Control key or Command key on your keyboard, then select those elements and then have them grouped all together. Our last step is to add our transition or animations. So just select your first element that you want to animate, click on Animate on the toolbar, and select your animation. So we're going to have this fly in from the bottom. Our start condition would be on click and our duration would be 5 seconds. Move on to the next one. Again, just click on those elements, click on add animation, fly in from the bottom. This time for the next shape, so we are going to have it after previous. 5 seconds duration. Next one. If you want a preview of what this would look like, you can always click on play right here. Click on the screen to get started. And there we have it. So that's how you can create this simple infographic with those easy steps right here in Google Slides. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Make sure to subscribe for more helpful videos, and I will see you in the next one.